When we were looking at the project on a whole, we were trying to link into the personal accounts of many of the people that were involved. And what we found was the back home spectrum of it all was not many people actually found out what was happening on the Gallipoli front when they actually came to the newspapers, and it was mainly based on the Western Front, and Gallipoli was barely covered. As you can see here on the bottom, one of the main quotes we got was a letter dated from the 3rd of July 1915 from my father of Mr. A.J. Campbell. But what he didn't actually know was his son had died in action on the 28th of April 1915, early that year, and he hadn't actually been told about it. So this again shows how the limited information was actually sent from Gallipoli actually back home again. And then onto this panel, again sticking with the personal effect, we've actually looked up some of the people from our local areas. So again, just to try and give a more personal approach to the actual exhibition. So I'm going to Photoshop. So yeah, we tried to give a good coverage of what we actually thought would be good, and not just doing a chronological timeline of what could be done, but we've actually made it personal and close to home and linked to every one of us as a different aspect.
I'll ask you some questions. I'm going to ask you a bit about the start of the project. So what I'm going to ask you is, what did you know about Gallipoli at the beginning of this project?
Personally, I knew absolutely nothing. Didn't even know it existed. Because I'm fair.
Yeah, to be fair, when I was first mentioned it to me, I just thought it was an Australian-New Zealand thing. I didn't actually know Britain, France, anyone was out there.
Try not to pass wind in the middle of the in the middle of the recording. I don't know if I can edit that.
Brilliant.
Keep going.
But yeah, I didn't know much about Gallipoli at all when it first came.
I'd heard the word. That was basically it. I didn't know what country it was in. I didn't know what war. I'm not very savvy on the World War I, so yeah, I wasn't going to know about Gallipoli at all. But now I do.
The first question I'm going to ask you, or the next question I'm going to ask you, is, what do you think you've learnt about the Gallipoli campaign?
Well, for me, I've learned a lot about the landing, like how we arrived, the conditions they were facing, which was horrific, and then like the disease, but the most memorable thing is definitely the flies, which probably isn't for most people, but just for me because I hate flies personally.
So this question is, what do you think you personally have got out of being part of this project?
Well, personally, out of this project, again, it's being able to work for a beginner with a group of people you don't know and to start with as well. And to come out and finish after 6 months with this amazing project, to say so at least, and the great team I've had to work with. And the other main thing I've got out of this is the actual view of young people, because again, they get a lot of bad press, and for us, for young people to actually come out and produce this and be trusted to actually put it in a well-known museum around the area is, well, yeah, it's a massive thing. And for this, to allow us to do this, this is again putting young people forward as not being your troublemakers and sitting down, not doing anything all the time, but actually putting us positively for once. So that's mainly the personal thing to me.
Yeah, I think it's been a great experience being able to work with the museum, because if that's it's something that I want to do in the future. I want to go into the heritage section. Getting that experience has been brilliant, and getting the confidence in my own work. The fact that it's being displayed for people to come and see, and I've just read in front of a group of people out loud for once, and it's been brilliant just to build up my confidence in myself and know that my work is sort of worthy for people to see.
For me, I think it's more like to the teamwork aspect, because I'm used to just saying things and then people will do it all they want, question it and stuff. And then working as this group where everyone's pretty strong-willed, where we all have to decide together what we want to do, it's pretty hard. And also just getting involved in something that I wouldn't normally ever do. Like, I don't go into museums and I don't sleep on floors, even floors no floor bed. So yeah, it's just been a really great experience to do new things. Interrupting their sleep, and they weren't able to eat because of them. It's a totally fixed to think about.
Yeah, well, when you look at it, it's the conditions. Because you say Turkey and you think, oh yeah, brilliant sunshine. But when we're actually reading into it, you found out it was torrential rain, freezing cold weather, like really bad cases of frostbite as well. But another one is also, when you look at the back home perspective, that it was totally overlooked and overshadowed by all the World War, like the Western Front, newspaper clippings and everything. And some people didn't even get mentioned, that they've actually passed away. So that was another one that actually got us quite a bit as well.
I think what I'll remember most is sort of the personal stories of all how people overcame all the horrible things that were out there. You know, the ingenuity of the biscuit box shelter is not going to be forgotten, and the bravery of Prozor and his saving. What?
Drip rifle.
Oh yes, and the ingenuity of the drip rifle was very good. It was quite shocking how amazing the evacuation was and how successful that was compared to the rest of the campaign, which was just didn't go their way. It was crazy that it had to be those last months and days that were the most successful.